Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got quite a balanced rack. But is there a bingo here? I've got the over prefix, but that uses all my vowels. So I'm not seeing a bingo. I've got prove and prover. And I think I'll play the longer word because it has fewer hooks. Prover for 28. Well, slightly too many duplicates here, so I'm not seeing a bingo. But it's balanced enough not to change. Cloth takes an E at the end and an S. I don't have either. And opponent hasn't really provided anything apart from that hook, which is likely to prove quite useful if he has an E himself. So, how to deal with that and how to deal with my own rack. Just looking at the E of prover. Prover takes a B at the end as well as an S. Just looking at the E in case I have a bingo through that. Not seeing one. I think I do need to play off at least one of the M's. I could play R-A-I. And I could put a, RIA, but I can't then use an M. What about column 4 through this P? Well, I've got plat, but that retains both M's. Wow, this is a tricky rack. And that's partly because opponent's play has provided so little. If I had an E, it would be fairly straightforward. So I've got time through the E. Still looking for a bingo through that, but I'm not seeing one. And I'm really going to struggle to score here. I was thinking about playing double M down here for 13 points. It is providing good access in column 8 to the triple word square. However, that will be providing a lot of floaters. Well, why don't I just play Milt in that spot? That sorts out the duplicates and stops opponent putting a big tile on the double letter square rather. So Milt for 14. Well, fairly balanced, but not great. Nothing leaps out at me. I've got a scoring tile in the M. HMM is good. So I'm not seeing any 7-letter bingos here. Wow, fantastic bingo for opponent. And he's provided a ton of floaters. Do any of them assist? My own rack, I think, looks quite far away from a bingo, so I'm not optimistic. I think the double A and U is a pretty wretched combination. So I'm not seeing anything with the floaters. I do now have an E for going after cloth, but that would be an EI play. And I'm looking to sort out the duplicate A and the U. So what about playing ammo for 17? And this is quite a good 4-letter set. I'm going with this. And I trail by 50 points. So there could be something here. U and Y not great. Wow, fantastic. Bingo by opponent. Back-to-back bingos from him. And this board is wide open. So, do I have a bingo? Well, I'm going to check this, but I'm not optimistic. Outpaid. I think it would be ID. That's not good. So, I'm just looking down the floaters in copy tasks. I've got the auto prefix with DYE. Auto type is good, but I don't have the tiles for that. HM takes an O in front. I've got the OUS ending. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything. How to sort the rack out? Well, I guess just playing the tiles I've picked up, YOU. But is there anywhere for that which scores well? I could play U's. Not very big score. I could play U and UT. That doesn't look very good. It provides an easy scoring spot for opponent. 13 minutes on my clock. I could play Pouty. This P isn't the most useful floater. So what about a play using OHM? I do need to get rid of the Y, it's unbingo-y. And I also need to get rid of the U. Wow, this is a tricky spot. So I could play U here. Only 11 points, but it sorts the rack out. And it keeps the board quite open. And I play a Pouty. 20 points, 9 more points. Does this T add 9 points to ADE? Well, it probably adds 5 points to it. And then you're fairly close in terms of score and rack leave. I'm going with U. Okay, this looks a lot better. I have Educates in row B. And I have Sautéed as a 7. Not seeing anywhere for that. What else is available? Can't see anything ending in G or S. Not seeing anything through the Y. What about through UP? Fantastic. Educate's not blocked. I was just waiting for a play to come down column 11. So, Educate does provide easy access to row A. So, is there a better bingo? What about a bingo through this P? Not seeing anything. How about the I? Doesn't look likely. T won't score enough. Nowhere for Sautéed. So Educates it is. For 72. Well, I have scoring tiles in the F and the K, but this is not a bingo-y rack. I have Fakir on my rack. Opponent won't be able to use both of these triple word squares in the top row, so I should consider them. I don't have anything, well, just my O goes above the U. Well, opponent takes that spot. How about the top right? My F can go above the E, but then I'm not going to get rid of the K. I trail by 100, so I would quite like to get rid of both the F and the K. They are both non-bingo-y. So I could play Firks, sorting out the duplicate R as well. I could play Forks, which is even better. However, placing an O next to this double word square and taking out useful floaters. But that is an option for getting rid of the F and the K. I don't have anything which goes after WE, so I don't have a row C play. Fakir doesn't play in column 11. Kafir is its anagram, that also doesn't play. Well, why don't I play one of those down here rather than Forks? I could play Fakirs, and then I've got the O for going next to the left of the K, which is the only vowel which does so, and there are only 2 O's to come. So Fakirs for 26. I draw a good scoring tile in the Z and a pretty good rack to go with that. I have Azuri and Phi. My Z can go above the E in the top right. I have Azuri and Way. Wow, opponent is on fire, another bingo for him. I now trail by 150. Has opponent provided an opportunity for me to put my Z after this A? What would that look like? Not seeing a way of doing that. If there were a way, it would score very highly. So, what about top right? I have Zoa, keeping Y and U, not great. I have Zonery on my rack. So what does Zoa score? 49 points. I have Zupan. That at least gets rid of the U. That's 52 points, so that's a better play, and this rack leave isn't too bad. Can I do better? What about ZO next to AK of Fakirs? Not seeing anything. So am I missing any big Z spots? I don't think so. I'm going with this. I have Theodari, and that plays in column 14, making Phi, and surely column 1 has got to be a distraction for my opponent. Got to be. He has to leave column 14 alone. I trail by 100. Still both blanks to come. Wow. And the remaining tiles, no S's, but apart from that, there certainly are quite a few bingos amongst them, especially with the blanks unplayed. Do I have any other places to play Theodari? And I don't think I do, so opponent may take out that bingo lane. Foraid is its anagram. Wow, fantastic. So just looking at alternate plays down here, I think it has to be Theodari. I don't think Foraid plays, and that's 90 points. Wow, and I draw some big scoring tiles with a couple of vowels, and I trail by 40. And there are some really hot spots available. 3 triple word squares are all up for grabs. Do any of them enable me to score well? Well, I have wax. I have wax in column 15. That is huge, if that remains available. I don't have anything top left. Still both blanks to come and 13 tiles in the bag. And not a bingo-y board. Very few bingo lanes available. Well, opponent takes out my super hot spot and leads by 80. What can I do? 8 minutes on my clock. Just looking again at column 1 in case I can get my J or X doubled. And I'm not seeing a way of doing that. I have Wilger on my rack. Targe is good, but I'm not seeing any plays ending in J. I could play wax in that spot. Let me see what that scores. That's 39. 7 minutes on my clock. That's 46. Do I have a J play starting above the A? I do not. Do I have any J or W plays top left? And I don't think I do. So, what am I missing? What about Wilger here? 38 points, horrible rack leave. Still 7 minutes on my clock. What about this spot? Just looking to see if I have a play A something IX, and I don't. I don't have anything underneath aneroid because I don't have an E to go under the R. What about a play through A and A? Wow. Close to Galax. If only Ol and Ix were good. EX is good. That doesn't assist. So 6 minutes on my clock, 7 tiles in the bag, including 2 blanks. But how useful are the blanks going to be on a board with no bingo lanes? Not very. But how am I going to win this game from 80 points behind if I don't bingo? Should I be creating a lane? Well, I'm not sure it's possible to do that the way this board is spread out. I think my only hope is to score massively with the W and the X. And that's quite a big ask. 5 minutes on my clock. Wax for 46. Well, still no blanks. 4 tiles in the bag. Nothing ending in J. And nothing great in column 1, which I think my opponent may turn his attention to now. Row K is a bingo lane because of cloths and clothes. Do I have anything in column 11? And I don't. So this is a really clunky rack. Duplicate G, V and J, and only one vowel, which is duplicated. So this is probably game over for me. Wow. Okay, well, no tiles in the bag. Opponent does have both blanks. I can see what his rack is. 5 minutes on my clock. So what to do here? Column 1 is still available. I think the first thing is, does my opponent have a bingo? And that would require a play ending EI, unlikely, or including EI rather, or a play with SI. And I'm not seeing such a play. Any other bingo lanes? I guess through TA. That's unlikely. So I'm going to assume that my opponent does not have a bingo. So what can I do here? And I'm looking in column 11 to see if I have a 5-letter play ending IN, and I'm not seeing one. Do I really have nothing in column 1? And this would be using any of the tiles on my rack. Not seeing one. Nothing in column 11. Jig doesn't play, so I don't have a play in row B. I don't have anywhere for jiving. So I do have Vega for 16. I'm not going to go out in 2, but I haven't seen a way of doing that. Just looking in column 13 if I have anything, but I don't. So is this the best I can do? 3 minutes on my clock. Let me just put this back. Wow, opponent's got blah without even using his blanks. Maybe I should be blocking this to stop him doing that. So I could play Vile, and I think that's the thing to do, because otherwise opponent does have a big play with blah. And I probably can do something with this rack leave. So Vile for 24. So is there anywhere for jig? Don't think so. So I do have jar, and I have jig through the eye of fakir, so I'm not going to be stuck with the J. Jet is good. I can't do anything with that. And 37 for opponent, that's a good score. 2 minutes on my clock. So opponent's got EL blank blank. I'm not going to look for him, but I'm sure he has multiple out. So this is my last turn. 1 minute on my clock. Can I do any better than jar? Is there anywhere at all for jig? Or anything at all that's better than just 10 points for jar? Jaga is good, but OG isn't. Nothing ending with the L. Nothing through OK. Jin has been blocked. So I'm not seeing anything better than jar. Jet is similar. I'm going to play jet in case it's less helpful than jar. Opponent could stick an A in front of jar, so jet for 10. Now I am expecting opponent to go out, and he does. Otherwise I could have played gig in column 13. And final score, 390 for me, 461 for my opponent, a winning margin of 71 points. So well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. It was me to go first, and I played Prover, and Pervo possibly worth considering. Dropping 2 points, but R does help T by probably 1 or 2 points, so definitely a play which may have been worth considering alongside Prover. Wow, horrible rack for opponents. Sorts it out nicely with Cloth. Malm, that's quite nice, J7. But look at this, nothing over 20, so I played Milt for 14. And I prefer the rack leave of AMT to ITT. Duplicates are always slightly vulnerable to becoming triplicates. And the problem with triplicates is that they are very non-bingo-y. Now, great rack for opponent, has a ton of bingos, plays Copy Taz. And this is my rack. No bingo here. Mapple, that's a nice word. D8 through the P. Yep, that would have been pretty good. And I play Ammo for 17, but keeping Date, and Date is a better rack lead than anything on offer here, so I'm reasonably happy with my play. Wow, look at this, great pickup for opponent. 7 random tiles, and look at this, wall-to-wall bingos. It's a great position to be in. Plays Towsings, and now I have this rack. Payout. Gosh, and I considered outpaid, which wasn't good, but payout would have been nice, 24 points. But again, pretty slim pickings points-wise. I go for U for 11, keeping Date. And again, Date is a better rack leave. Is Date. Let me just check that I did have Date. Yeah, so is Date 13 points better than DE? Well, DE must be worth about 2 or 3 points, I think. And Date probably worth about 10, so probably not 13 points. But overall, those plays are not massively apart. Opponent's rack plays Bio, and that's great because I have Educates, and there was another bingo, E7 through the I, Auditees. But Educate scores more, but opens up row A. So Auditees may have been worth doing because it provides floaters, but it doesn't provide access to triple word squares. Opponent's rack plays Diwan. Wow, A11. Kafir plays across the top of Educates. Wow, big miss. And I play Fakirs in column 26. Gosh, how irksome. Now, N8, Mako, playable for 40 points, but retaining duplicate R. So yes, I think, well, Kafir is certainly the standout play there. Now, opponent's rack plays Aneroid, and I have the Z. A12 Azon for 58, and I play Zupan for 52, and I prefer it. Is ORY 6 points better than URY? Probably yes, and I'd say it's about 6. Opponent has the blank. Wow, from this stage onwards with 20 tiles in the bag. No bingo. Plays Chi. And this was my glimmer of hope. I have Fiodari for 92. And Forade E14 does play, making Fee and Ad, but Fiodari a better score. Wow, missed bingo for opponent here. Very tricky to see. E7. Retinines running underneath Zupan through the I and the E, so no surprise that was missed. I think very few people would have spotted that. And his play was pretty good. It scored 40 points and it retained the blank. Now, I trail by 80, and there are 7 tiles in the bag. B1, Jaw. Okay, quite nice. I play Wax for 46. And, well, which of these is better? I think I prefer wax, because I'd like to keep column 1 open, given that I'm behind, but that's a very tricky situation to judge, because of course column 1 provides a very easy opportunity for opponent to score. Now, opponent's rack, and this is where he has a ton of ease, plays eerie, and I have this horror show trailing by about 50, and the bag is empty. And I really struggled here. Jill, L4. Yep. But I play Vile, and I definitely prefer my play, because opponent did have a big play up here. If he played Blah, that would have been 39 points. However, he was still able to get 37 points in column 12, so maybe Vile wasn't quite as essential as I thought. Now, the game is lost. I trail by 59, and this is my rack. Taj for 18, yep. And I played Jet for 10, so Taj would have been better. And finally, opponent goes out with Lens. So what a game, absolutely brutal. Opponent on fire, hammering away with bingos, and I missed Fakir in the top right, or Kafir rather, and that could have been critical. One will never know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.